If you lead a data and AI, product, or transformation team, you know this situation. Too many initiatives, not enough budget, and a leadership review where you need to justify every decision on your roadmap. I'm going to show you how Fygurs solves that, using a real example, NeoPay, a fintech company running 64 transformation initiatives across 6 portfolios and 5 teams. Let me show you what that looks like. This is NeoPay's full transformation landscape, 6 portfolios: payments, infrastructure, risk and fraud, customer data, embedded finance, etc. 18 products, 64 initiatives, owned by multiple people across product, engineering, data, compliance, business. Every organization I work with has this spread across spreadsheets, Notion pages, and slide decks that nobody updates. Nobody has the full picture. Nobody can see where things overlap, conflict, or where entire domains are being neglected. Fygurs gives you that picture. But seeing everything isn't the goal. Deciding what matters most is. Let's go there. This is where prioritization stops being a debate and starts being a discipline. Every one of NeoPay's 64 initiatives evaluated and plotted. Value on the vertical axis, visibility on the horizontal. Top left, quick wins. These are your first bets. Top right, strategic bets. These need proper sequencing, you commit to them, but you don't start them unprepared. Bottom right, time sinks. Hard to execute, limited strategic return. Bottom left, filler. Easy, but nowhere your focus goes. Notice how NeoPay's portfolio follows a realistic diagonal. This is what a mature organization looks like. There are initiatives scored honestly, not everything claiming to be high value. Let's take this one. Real-time transaction risk scoring. This is Sophie from the data that submitted this. Let's look at how it was evaluated. 2 dimensions, value and visibility. But not generic ones. NeoPay has defined what value means in their context. Strategic alignment, revenue impact, customer reach, and what visibility means. Technical complexity, resource availability, dependencies. Every initiative scored against those criteria. Every calculation visible. You can see exactly why this initiative sits where it sits in the matrix. And if your organization defines value differently, you configure the criteria to match. The matrix reflects your strategic priorities, not a framework someone else invented. This is the end of "we prioritize this because someone pushed for it." Every decision is documented. Every trade-off is visible. When the board asks why this leads the roadmap, you have an answer that holds. One more thing. Because multiple teams are submitting initiatives independently, Fygurs detects when 2 teams are working on the same problem using different names. NeoPay has, for example, 3 of those. One-click surfaces all of them before you fund the same work twice. Once priorities are clear, Fygurs turns that into a roadmap your entire organization, including your board, can read and trust. Now next later. This is showing what NeoPay is executing today, what's coming next quarter, and what's planned beyond that. Every initiative in its right place, connected directly to the prioritization decisions behind it. In timeline view, you get the full sequencing, durations, dates, grouped by product portfolio or anything you want. What makes this different from a slide deck is that it's live. When a priority shifts, the roadmap reflects it. When a new initiative gets scored and moves up, it finds its place. This is not a document you rebuild every quarter. It's a strategic plan that stays current. Now, everything we've seen so far assumes NeoPay already knows what should be on that initiative list. But what if there are structural gaps the team hasn't named yet? What if they're about to invest in an AI fraud detection initiative before the data infrastructure is actually ready to support it? This is where the intelligence layer comes in. Fygurs evaluates organizational readiness across the key transformation dimensions: infrastructure, AI capability, governance, processes, and so on. Every dimension scored, every gap made visible. The output tells you where the foundations are solid and where launching an initiative right now will set you up to fail before you start. And it feeds back into the prioritization. The initiatives on NeoPay's metrics are not arbitrary. They are informed by where the organization actually stands. This is the starting point of what we are building as a strategic intelligence layer. More frameworks, more domains, built from real consulting methodology. The goal is simple. Make sure you're not just ranking what you have, but that you have the right things on the list in the first place. What you just saw is the shift from initiative chaos to strategic clarity. A full picture of your transformation landscape, priorities backed by evidence, a roadmap your leadership team can trust, and the intelligence to know you're building on solid foundations. If you want to see what this looks like in your specific context, I'd love to walk through it with you.